So dear parents and students, welcome back to another video in Test Prep Card channel. I believe all of you are doing great and staying safe. So what we're going to discuss in today's video. Today we're going to discuss about Narsee Monjee, that's popularly known as NMIMS, which is deemed to be a university. It's a private institution we are going to discuss. So all the facts, all the information about this university will be captured in this video. Just a small request, please don't put your phone down. Keep watching this video till the end because this video is going to be really informative. Alright, let's start this video. Now before starting this video, let me tell you what are the topics that we are going to cover in the next 10-minute slots. We'll briefly discuss about the highlights of this university first, then we will move on and discuss about the major programs that this university offers. We'll discuss about the admission process, that what are the major entrance exam that you need to clear to get into this university. We'll discuss about the reservation policy in this university. We'll also discuss about the scholarship options in this university. We'll also discuss about the placement scenario in this university. And again, after this point of time, if you still have any doubts, any queries, any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. Let's start. So let's start with discussing about the highlights of this university. So the main campus is located in Mumbai. The university is approved by AICTE, UGC, NCTE, Bar Council of India, which is BCI, and IAP along with AACSP. It is accredited by NAAC with A+ grade. There are a total of 8 campuses, out of which 6 are in use, 2 are under construction. We'll name them. There are a total of 15 schools under NMIMS Mumbai. The total number of faculties are 500 plus. It's a private institution, as I just told. The ranking is per the courses. If I talk about for the BBA, then this ranks 2 by India Today. If I talk about for the MBA, this ranks 4 by Outlook. NIRF, this ranks 24. So you visit the site, you'll have more information about this part. Now let's talk about the total number of courses that this university offers. So this university offers more than 200 courses. Yes, the types of courses ranges from UG to certification courses. UG, post-graduation, which is PG, integrated, diploma and certification. Of course, it's a co-ed university, co-ed college. The colleges are listed in here, but it's a co-ed. The application mode is online, so you can fill the form online. The major exams conducted by this university are NMAT, which is NMAT, NPAT, NMIMS, CET. So these are the major entrance exams that this university conducts. This university is also in collaboration with 20 other foreign universities and institutions. The highest pay package as per the 2019 year data is ₹30 lakh per annum, 30.37 lakhs per annum. Now this is for the MBA. We'll talk about this placements in the coming slides, don't worry. The top recruiters are KPMG, EY, Adani, Kodak, Deloitte and much more. So we'll discuss this placements aspects in the coming slides, don't worry. Yes, it offers scholarship and this scholarships are based on merits. So you score well and you have a higher chances of getting scholarship. Visit the site www.nmims.edu. You'll have more information. Now let's discuss about the schools under NMIMS. So these are the schools. These schools are from management, family business management, engineering and technology, pharmacy, architecture, science, commerce, economics, law, liberal arts, design, performing arts, branding and advertisement, agricultural, hospitality management, mathematical science, distance education and aviation. It is just like you name it and you get it, right? Now let's talk about the programs that this university offers. So this university offers undergraduate programs, post-graduation programs, integrated programs, PhD programs and diploma and certification programs. Now let's talk about the undergraduate program. So as this university offers more than 200 plus courses, so it is not possible to write all those courses in here. But yes, these are the departments through which these courses are being offered. These departments are through engineering and technology, pharmacy, architecture, science, commerce, economics, law, liberal arts, design, performing arts, branding, agricultural, hospitality management and mathematical science. So these are the, these courses are offered through these departments. If I talk about for the PG, that is post-graduation programs, then the departments are management, pharmacy, science, engineering and technology, economics, law, commerce, architecture, continuing education. If I talk about for the integrated programs, then these are from management, engineering and technology, pharmacy and science. If I talk about for the doctoral programs, then these are from management, pharmacy, engineering and technology, which is ET, science and law. If I talk about for the diploma, this is from management, engineering and technology, pharmacy and continuing education. So you visit the site, you will have more information about the courses which this university offers. Now let's discuss about the other aspect. What is the admission process in this university? So let's talk about the UG first. So there are few UG courses like BSc in Applied Statistics or Analytics, in which you'll get direct admission based on your class 12 marks, and again that's called merit admission. Okay, but there are few courses like BBA LLB honors or BBA LLB honors. Admission are clearly based on NLAT, CLAT or LSAT score. So in that particular case, your score matters, your entrance score matters. This university, just defines cutoffs every year, so you just go through the site about the cutoff thing and you'll have more information. In short, there are major courses in which you have to pass on through this entrance exam. Like if I talk about for the BA in Liberal Arts, BDES, BSc in Finance, BBA, you have to qualify NPAT. Okay, if I talk about for the BTech or MBA or MBA in Farm Technology, you have to qualify NMAT or NMIMS CET score. So these are the entrance exam that this university conducts. This university prefers the scores of its own university like NMIMS CET or NMAT. Okay, now let's discuss about the other aspects. Now before I discuss about the other aspect, let me announce a very important part here. Now this is for the NRI students. So for the NRI students, we have prepared an NRI ebook that is related to DASA and CIWG. You can download it from the link in the description below. So we have a compiled set of NRI ebook that will really help the students to prepare well for their D-Day. Alright. Now let's discuss about the admission process in PG courses. So for all MBA and PGDM courses, the deemed to be university conducts ANMAT. So this is clearly based on your ANMAT score. Okay. In short, entrance based. If I talk about for the other programs, other PG programs like MPT, MSc or integrated MSc plus PhD, you have to appear for the entrance exam, which is conducted by this university itself. If I talk about for the LLM, again this is based on entrance exam. In MTech also this is based on entrance exam. So all the almost professional courses, for that you need to clear the entrance exam, which is conducted by this university. There are very few courses in which you'll have direct admission, but again at that point of time you have to map those courses with the need of market, right? This should not be useless, right? So map those need, then only take a final call that yes, I'm going to take this particular course in this university. Okay. Now let's talk about the PhD courses. So for the PhD, as the name suggests, PhD, which is a doctoral program, then there is a UGC NET. If you have qualified UGC NET, then that score obviously will be accepted by this university. If by chance if you have not qualified that UGC NET, then in that particular case, this university conducts its own entrance exam, which is by this university. In that particular case, you have to qualify that entrance exam followed by GD, PI, and in some cases you have to submit your research work. Okay. Now this is for the PhD. If I talk about for the other courses like diploma or certification courses, these are miscellaneous courses. So in these courses, you're not supposed to give any entrance exam as such. This is clearly based on the eligibility criteria. Just like if you want to do some certification courses at graduation level, then obviously you should be past your class 12 or you should be appearing in your graduation, right? So these are the basic requirements that is taken into consideration while if you do diploma or certification courses from this university. Now let's move on and discuss about the main part, which is the reservation part. So this university is against the reservation. It follows the concept of merit base. Like if you score well, if your score is high, then your chances of getting into this university are high. Okay. There is also no admission based on capitation, no intermediary, no agent network. So be aware of these things. Okay. Entirely based on merit. You score well, you have a higher chances of getting into this university. Okay. Now let's discuss about the scholarship options. As this is a private institution, not a government institution, so you will have not much options as in the government case. But again, there are ample opportunities. Like let's discuss few of them. Like NMIMS University, Mumbai scholarship and funding. So this do the funding as in a scholarship or fellowship. It says that there is a scheme which is Central Sector Scheme of Scholarship for College and University Student. What is the basic eligibility? The basic eligibility is that you should be belonging to some reserved category like SC, ST, OBC, PWD, and your class 12 marks should be obviously more than 80%, and then your parental income should not be more than 1 lakh rupees or not more than 6 lakh rupees. There are few cases in which there are like 1 lakh rupees or 6 lakh rupees. Visit the site, you'll have more information. Then what are the perks that you'll get? You get 1000 rupees per month at a graduation level, 2000 per month rupees at the post-graduation level. Again, there are other options like student pursuing professional courses would get rupees 2000 per month in the 4th and the 5th year. Now this is paid for 10 months in the academic year. You visit the site, which is www.nmims.edu/docs/pfms-mhrd-scholarship.pdf. You'll have more information about the scholarship. And again, after this point of time, let me tell you one more thing. You are always open to apply through National Scholarship Portal. Okay, so in that particular case, you have to check that whether this university comes under that scheme or that portal or not. And of course, you are also eligible to apply in through your state or through your district e-portal sites. All right, so you'll have ample options about this scholarship. Now let's discuss about the placements, which is the hot topic in here. So about the placements, let's discuss about the domain wise placement. If I talk about for the business development, this is 20%. So 20%, which is the major placements in this business development sector. Then it comes sales, finance, education, consulting, operations, human resource, marketing, IT and engineering. So these are the domains in which the major placements happens for this university. Let's talk about the pay package. Let's talk about the highest and let's talk about the average pay package of this university. So let's start with discussing about the BTech, MTech and MCA first. So the highest pay package as per the 2020 data is rupees 12.4 lakh per annum. The average was 5 lakh rupees per annum. This is for the BTech, MTech and MCA. If I talk about for the MBA, then this was 38.57 lakh rupees per annum. This was the highest and the average was 18.33 lakh rupees per annum. In the HR, in the MBA, this was rupees 22 lakh rupees per annum. This was the highest and 14.98 lakh rupees per annum. This was the average. In the MBA technology, 21 was the highest, 21 lakh per annum and 7.8 lakh per annum was the average. Again, this is not a clear picture, right? Because the clear picture can be clearly estimated from the median pay package. This is the highest and the average. So it will be great if you visit the site because there are many colleges under this university. There are many schools under this university. So visit the site, visit the particular sites of those universities, those colleges, those schools, then you will have ample information about these placements. Of course, this is a private institution, so you cannot compare it to the IITs, but this university holds its brand in the market, right? The brand of NMIMS. Okay. Again, you have a good option if you happens to get a chance to visit this campus or get a chance to get admission in this campus, then that's a great advantage. The fees are high because this is a private institute, so you cannot compare it again with the government colleges. But again, it's a good option. If you're getting admission in this college, do take it. But again, do your research work first, then only. So this is all about this university. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you have any doubts, any questions, any queries, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I see you in the coming videos. Thank you.